Now we're going to calibrate on the block in V2. We'll be adjusting the thickness. So we go into the main function. The first thing we need to check is that the probe is set to 40 or 45 degrees. Here, it's set to 45. Next, the thickness doesn't concern us for now. It's set to 85, but that doesn't matter. The x-axis also doesn't concern us for now. We need to set it so that the first value is displayed in decibels and the second is depth. Yes, that's indeed the concept of depth. If we carefully place the test block and then precisely fire the signal, it will accurately show the exact depth, specifically indicating the measurement up to the point where the signal reaches. Next, we will proceed. Distance ray. RA will show the distance from the start of the probe to the defect. We can measure this. In this case, it will be about 60 millimeters, and SA, this is the beam that hits from roughly the middle of the sample to the defect. This distance will be the longest. Next we go to the next menu, configuration 2, and we need to set up the joystick. Here we configure it so that we have go in, and here we need to use the joystick. We carefully move the device in this specific direction, meticulously setting the precise decibel level on the opposite side of the apparatus. Subsequently, utilizing the conveniently located lower control buttons, we diligently work to adjust and calibrate the output until it consistently reaches exactly 80% of its maximum capacity. This particular wave, as observed, was displayed purely and exclusively in decibels, and then we proceed to analyze it further. Exit the area and establish new function number 2. Also, if we move the joystick left or right, we reach the freeze point. Stop, and with the lower buttons, set the recall date. We save all this, it saves automatically, and then we go to the solid block V2. And calibrate by doing the precise autocall, which is also known as automatic calibration. We simply go into autocall and then go up, set the reference block RF1-25, the second one to 100. That is the first signal we will calibrate. Right now we see 25 millimeters. The second will be the reflector, which will be 100. What we should do, ideally, is have a stand for this block. It's much more convenient that way, or put something underneath it. We find the maximum amplitude. So at this moment, we need to adjust it so that it works for the faces, white, so that the whole thing works. The second function, so the decibels, which represent the intensity of the sound, are observed to go both up and down. This fluctuation is a good observation. They are rising at a very high and rapid rate, indicating a significant and sudden increase in sound level. What action should we take in response to this? We need to reduce the decibel step, the incremental adjustment in sound level, to gain more precise control over the audio output. To 1. We exit now for ourselves. It's more or less convenient to work. We proceed like this. Set it to the grill at 25,100. Next, we need to set the signal to 80% of the monitor. That is to say, we really need to do this using the joystick. Set up the joystick so that when pressed it shows 80% on the monitor. So our functions are set here, now we'll change them. Right here, you can exit to the main menu. But it doesn't precisely display the exact quantity we currently possess. Decibels, it shows the amplitude, but it doesn't show the amplitude. To make it show the amplitude, we need to go into the configuration. Go here and set it like this, leave the mode as is, and now it will show reading link A, reading B. We don't need it, so we turn it off. Exit, and now we can clearly see the precise amplitude we need to determine. We then find the absolute highest value. Now let's check the joystick that we configured to see if it works. Yes, if we press and hold, it works, meaning we find the maximum amplitude again. Then go to autocall. Set it to 80%, that is, hold the button. And now 80% is set on the monitor. We go to record, press record. Now, to proceed, reference 1, please press record again, and then carefully move the gate. Move the gate for the second signal. We carefully set it to 80% of the monitor's display. To precisely set it to 80%, we simply press here and it automatically adjusts to 80%. Next, we proceed to the record section and then we press the record button to begin the process. Autocall complete 3200. Now let's check our speed. Exit. And see that velocity is 3234. Everything is correct. Approximately within these values. If the probe delay is 8.6 and it differs significantly, especially the velocity, it means we're doing something. That's all.